just do a flyby, basically, to just congratulate all of you all who are here to learn more about externships and experiential learning opportunities here, and to thank those lawyers from organizations here in San Francisco and in the Bay Area who have devoted so much time and effort and love to our students. So it's a wonderful event, and I thank you for your time and devotion to our students. And as the students, I mean, there is absolutely no question that that being involved in real life law settings, particularly where they really matter to people who do not have equal access to really the system of justice outside of some of the work that is being done by these kinds of organizations and some of the work that they're undertaking. But also those of you who are going to be doing experiential learning, and I would love forcible words in that. You can use one instead of a single syllable. You know, whatever setting, whether it's a commercial law firm, whether it's a corporate law department, whether it's government, or whether it's public interest, but it really does provide a connection between what you're learning in the classroom and really the reasons that you came to law school, and really getting a sense of how lawyers contribute to the system of justice and what it's really about out there. And it really makes it so that you absorb more of the more theoretical and analytical skills and information, and that you really are far better able to then really go out there and do it for your clients and for the community. And so it's just invaluable experience, and one that will make you feel better about yourself and better about the profession that you're about to enter. So I congratulate you again on coming to learn more about this today, and no one could be more devoted to the kind of tasks that you're going to be undertaking than Professor Rutherford, the original Believer article in the University School of Law, and so you could not be in better hands.
So I am Susan Rutherford, and I'm very happy to welcome all of you here today. We have a great cast of speakers, so I'm just going to give you the framework and then let them fill in the content. In order to graduate from this fabulous law school, you must take 3 units of experiential learning, whatever that means. I'm going to tell you in a minute. And we hope you will take many more than just 3. Experiential learning means a way to put the things that you're learning in the classroom into a practical setting so that you will be able to put it all together. It will help you in your career path. It will help you pass the bar exam. It will help you network in the community, and hopefully it will help you with employment and your longer-range career pursuits. But the reason we do it is because we really believe in it as a way of learning. When I went to law school, this law school, many years ago, I hardly ever went to class. I can't believe this is on tape. But that was because I was spending all of my time at a little place called the Bayview Hunters Point Community Defender, which was a model cities-funded community agency that helped provide defense for the indigent people in that neighborhood. And that experience transformed my life, changed my notion of what it meant to be a people's lawyer, and meant everything to me. So I now get to help students replicate that experience here and get credit for it. See, I never got any credit for it. The way we work it is you can take of your 88 units needed to graduate, up to 13 can be clinic units. And we have a lot of terrific clinical programs here at the law school. This blue sheet, which is up in the front, tells them all. And if you go on our, I know, bad, but soon to be redesigned website, you will find more detailed information. We have some in-house clinics here at the law school. Women's employment rights, environmental law and justice. And all you need to take one of those is to be a second-year student, fill out an application, have a meeting with the professors, and you will be supervised directly by terrific lawyers who are experts in their field. If you're interested in tax, we also have a tax pro bono clinic, which is slightly different, but is also located here at the law school. But the clinics that we're here to talk about today are called externship clinics. As opposed to the in-house, we do not call them out-house clinics for obvious reasons. We call them community-based or field placement clinics. And in that array of opportunities that we offer to you, in order to get credit for a clinical experience away from the law school, you have to do it through taking a course. And on this sheet of paper, so this is a list of all the externship clinics that follows after the in-house clinics. But then on this yellow sheet of paper, it shows you the semester in which each of these opportunities is offered. So that you may take the criminal, civil, or judicial externship, for example, any semester, fall, spring, summer, we offer it every time. But the other more specialized clinics, about which you'll hear a little more today, are offered sometimes only one semester. And I can explain how that works as well. To take a clinic, you have to find a place to work. That's what this pink sheet is about. Law Career Services has a wonderful database and very helpful folks. Susanna Ronowitz is standing at the back, the director of our Law Career Services program. And there's Oscar over here who helped put this event together. And there's Sandra Green. Sandra is the program coordinator. Oh, I'm sorry.
Jan, that's fine.
Jan, I'm sorry. Relatively new and my brain is relatively old. So Jan, well, from LCS. So you can make an appointment with somebody at LCS if you have no clue about what kind of work you want to do to gain experience, or come see me, and I'm happy to ask you clarifying questions and do active listening to help you figure it out. And then you can go into the database and find an opportunity that matches up with one of your personal career goals. For example, if you think you're interested in criminal law, but you have no idea whether you want to be a defender or a prosecutor, come see me, and I will give you the names of alums who work on both sides, and you can call them, and I'll help you set it up, and you can shadow them, each of them for a morning, and get a better sense of whether or not you want to do that work. If you think you want to work in the city attorney's office and be involved in local government on the legal level, I can help you do the same thing. You don't have to make a commitment of hours, units, and time until you know that it's a field you really want to get more experience in. So the basic rules for externship clinics are you need to take 3 units of experiential learning before you graduate. So we suggest that a first-time student take the clinic for at least 3 units. You may take it for more. You may take it away from the Bay Area, but come and speak to me about that and we'll help you work that out. You have to work 45 hours for each unit. So say you're taking it for 2 units, that's 90, 3, 135, and so on. So you need to plan your schedule for the next semester that you're planning to do a clinic. Thinking about doing a clinic in the spring, look at the other courses you're taking and see if you can do Tuesday, Thursday here at the law school and have Monday, Wednesday, Friday free for an externship. So those are the kinds of planning things that you need to think about. And people at Law Career Services, Law Student Services, again, me, we're all here to help you make those kinds of decisions. So I'd like to introduce the speakers that we have who will tell you more specifically what each of the clinics has to offer.
So my name is Berta Magana, and I'm an investigative attorney at the California Appellate Project. And this is my coworker, John Harrison. So I just want to tell you a little bit about CAP and some of the things that you might expect to do there as externs if you were to come work with us. So the California Appellate Project is a nonprofit organization that was established by the state bar and the courts and everything to basically be a resource for the attorneys that are doing post-conviction capital cases. So this means that in California, if you are an attorney that takes on a capital case at the post-conviction level after they've been sentenced to death, you will get assistance from one of our attorneys once the case reaches the level where it will go into, into action. It will either have a direct appeal or in the future it will have a state habeas petition. So our lawyers, we have 3 teams. We have a direct appellate team, we have a habeas team, and those attorneys assist the lawyers doing the actual representation. So if you were to be working on the appellate team, possibly you could be maybe helping research some sort of issue that that lawyer needs researched at the time. Most of our externs work with either the habeas team or with our team, which I'll tell you about in a second. If you are working with the habeas team, what you will probably be doing is collecting records, doing life chronologies, lots of things that basically are trying to help everyone paint a picture of what this person's life was like. And there's a lot of mitigation and social histories involved in post-conviction capital work. So you really get to learn a lot about a particular client. And it's very client-centered work at all points of it. So you might even be assigned to work with a client, and you might even go to death row and meet them. If you work on our team, John and I work on the Unrepresented Condemned Inmates Project. You will also do a lot of records collection, a lot of investigation into maybe a particular prison that the client has been to, or a juvenile facility. And the one thing that I should say about our particular project is that in California we have so many people on death row, over 700 and something at this point. And there's such a backlog of cases that it takes many, many years, 3, 4, maybe even 5 years, to get an attorney appointed to do even your direct appeal. So we work with about 40 people each that are completely unrepresented. So we need a lot of help during the school year. And if you were to come work with us, we would probably assign you to work with a person on death row, and that would be your client for a semester, and you would go out to visit them and learn everything about them and try to document everything about their life.
Yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up well. And then I could say a little bit more, because before I joined the UCIP, I worked on what was to become the habeas team, and just a little bit more background. So it's not necessarily typical, nationwide how it happens in California, that there's a real split between the timing of the direct appeal and the habeas appeal. But in California, there's a 12 to 15 year wait for habeas counsel right now, whereas, as Patrick was saying, it's more like 3 to 5 for a direct appeal. So the direct appeal will, run all the way, be finished before habeas counsel is appointed, and then when you go in to do the habeas, you're sort of reflecting back on what was done at the appellate level, and a lot of the work that we're doing at our stage with the UCIP, collecting records and building the final report and all that, is supportive of that habeas, because there's lots of documentary evidence that's lost, in the 12-year wait for counsel. Lots of records are destroyed, people die, all kinds of stuff happens.
Thank you. I just wanted to stick in a word here about this particular clinic. We started a partnership with CAP a few years ago, and so every year, up to 10 Golden Gate students can earn clinic credit through the California Appellate Project's special clinic in Golden Gate. It's called the Capital Post-Conviction Defense Clinic, and it used to be offered in the fall, but this year we're offering it in the spring instead. So we encourage you, if you have an interest in the death penalty, it's a very hot button political issue in California. We have a new governor who may see things differently. There's a bill in the legislature now to abolish the death penalty. There are a lot of studies that have shown its problems with its implementation in terms of due process and basic human fairness. So it's a really important issue. And when you meet the human beings on death row, it will certainly inform your judgment and help you express yourself better at the dinner table when these things come up that your family's at. So anyway, I really encourage students to work with CAP. It is a fabulous experience. There is a grading of the defense bar, and we need students who would be interested to become lawyers in this field. It's an important field to explore. So that's the CAP clinic. You would enroll in it, you would take a course over at CAP, which meets every week, which is taught by a super expert in that particular aspect of death penalty litigation, and you would become an expert at the end of your semester with CAP and be able to stay on and do this work if you choose it as a career. So to apply to the CAP,
we actually have flyers. We'll probably leave them up here if people are interested. It's internships@capsf.org. And please send us your resumes if you're interested in the fall externship clinic, and also for next fall.
well, in the spring, we're going to do it
sorry,
in the spring.
And also for next fall, if anyone is just, maybe interested, then please just contact us, because we need help all of the time.
Thank you.